Hey guys, it's Spooky Noodles. Let me just, there we go. It is Spooky Noodles, and I am here with the Nosey Librarian tag. I know I just did the Nosey Booktuber tag, and then someone's like, there was a Nosey Librarian tag, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna do it. So I looked it up real quick, and I couldn't find the original tag video, but I did find a couple of them with the questions, so I'm going to answer the questions for you. And as always, here comes that burp that's in every video. Sorry guys, I'm so gross. Alright, so, and before I start, I just wanted to say congratulations to me. I passed the science GED test, so I've 3 out of 4 done. I've gone on a streak of passing 3 in a row. Haven't failed one yet, but math's gonna be an obvious chore, because I suck at math, and math has always kept me down, so math has always been the one that I struggle with, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I passed 3 tests so far that I'm supposed to be able to pass, so I passed them, so go me. So let's go with number 1. What has been the most influential library in your life? And well, it's not really a library per se, but it's a bookstore, and that's Brown's Family Bookstore. They had everything I could ever want, and the people there are pretty nice. I actually found several books there that I've read, and I found books I bought online that I later found there, and I was like, why did I ever go online for this shit or stuff? Sorry guys. And yeah. But they have so many things. I always find the cheesiest horror books there, and I love cheesy horror books. So I'm very happy to find the Brown's Family Bookstore. Like I said, I started reading last year and writing last year, and I found that I loved it so much, and I've been improving ever since then. So number 2, honest assessment. What will they title your biography? Nick, the always aspiring author of nothing. Because I am always aspiring and I never produce any work that has been published. So yeah, sad story. Number 3, the story of your life you hope the librarian never finds out. And my answer is that I never returned my copy of The Giver, because I love the book so much that I decided to keep it and hold it hostage. And I probably have the most outstanding book fee right now of like $1,000, and I don't know about it, but I love The Giver. The Giver was such a good book. Number 4, what is your favorite word? And I actually learned this word recently, but I can't spell it for the life of me, but I was able to use spell check, so I got it right this time. The word is ineffable. Ineffable means something that is indescribable. So it's a great word to use in Lovecraftian horror. I use the word quite a bit in my writing. So if you're reading this author and you're like, oh, this guy sucks, and all of a sudden you come across the word ineffable, that's the one word I know, the one big word I know that many people might not know. So go me. All right, number 5. This is a hard one. 3 weird things you're afraid of, and a way you prefer not to die. And my answers for this is I'm afraid of fish flies, or the name they're better known as pieces of shit. No, they're called mayflies. I'm afraid of moose. Moose terrify me. They're the scariest things ever. If you've ever seen videos of them moving through the snow, it is the creepiest freaking thing ever. They just like locomotives through the snow. They're scary. They got the big thing, not antlers, but whatever moose have, antlers. They're huge, and moose are scary, dude. They are scary. They make noises, and if you ever come across a moose, I would say I'd rather come across a bear than a moose. Moose scare and terrify me. I never even seen a moose, but I know they're terrifying. And I can't stand buffets, and that fear stems from getting sick at a buffet while I was undergoing chemotherapy. and that was a scary time because they told me not to eat at buffets, and then my grandma and grandpa took me to a what is it, Great Corral or something like that, Grand Corral? I don't remember. It was something Corral buffet, and kids are sticking their hands in the mashed potatoes, and it's just the most disgusting thing ever. I don't like going to Golden Corral. That's it. I don't like Chinese buffets are like stretching it for me. I'll go to a Chinese buffet, but I'm not gonna have a good time. But Golden Corral, I can never go there again. It's the most nastiest place ever. I can't stand it. They don't clean anything, and you're gonna get sick no matter what when you go in there. It's so gross. I don't like buffets. And a way you'd prefer not to die, and I'd hate to die of cancer. I've gone through it and seen it firsthand, and know it's a cruel way to die. I've seen people die. I've gone to get chemotherapy, and I've seen faces. Then the next day they wouldn't be back. Not the next day, but the next week they wouldn't be back, and you're like always wondering what happened to them. Usually they passed away. Yeah, cancer sucks, and I would hate to die from cancer. So, your favorite book as a grade schooler? My answer was Flowers for Algernon. That book was amazing. Another book I think I might have stole. Flowers for Algernon is about a kid or a special needs person, and they alter his brain so he's very, very smart, but then he starts losing that smartness and becomes even dumber than before. So it's a very sad story, but you know, I like sad stories. Like A Monster Calls was amazing. You know, that was a sad story. I've never ever not cry reading that book. That book pulls at my heartstrings, but Flowers for Algernon also pulls at my heartstrings. So you know, I think I almost cried in class reading that book. It was sad, very sad book. Number 7. What have your interactions with the police been like? This is a totally random question. It's been alright. I've had a lot of speeding tickets, and that's the main reason why I can't drive anymore. So if I followed the driving laws, the rules of the road, my relationship with the cops would be better. Number 8. All-time favorite book cover, and I'll post it here. It's The October Boys by Adam Millard. I know the guy who made the cover, and he's just great. He's actually doing covers for me, and what he's made for me has been great. So I'll post the picture of The October Boys, and then I'll post a picture of the covers he's made for me so far. I haven't used them all. Excuse me. I haven't used a lot of the covers yet because I would start making stories for them only to find out that the story already exists. So, and I've made one story that's kind of like a haunted house vibe to it, and I've kind of bailed on it 40 pages in. So I'm gonna have to go back to it and rewrite it because there's something wrong with it and I just can't put my finger on it. But I have like 3-4 book covers made by him, and he's probably getting sick of me buying his covers, his art, because he's like, you know, never sees it out in the market or anything. He probably thinks that they're going to waste, but no, I totally will be using them. My short story collection is almost complete. I'm going to be finishing my space novella soon, so that one's going to be complete soon. And I'll do a writing vlog telling you all this stuff. I need to make a new intro to the writing vlog because I hate the intro I made for the writing vlog. So I'm just going to probably make one where I go writing vlog, do, and that will be it. Where are we? Number 9. How many places have you lived? And this one is very agitating one to answer. I can't count how many places I've lived, for I've moved from city to city, state to state. I can tell you that I've lived in 4 total different states, and that's Michigan, California, Virginia, and Texas. So I basically lived in a diamond shape across America. Now number 10. This is fun because I don't know 11 booktubers. but tag 11 booktubers you like and admire. And I can't think of 11, so I'm going to name a few and call it a day. Edward Lorne, Are You Into Horror, and I Read Past My Bedtime. These 3 are pretty awesome if you haven't heard of them. And there are more, I just can't think of their names at the moment. So I apologize if your name wasn't mentioned. But I think that's not a fair question to tag 11 booktubers. That's crazy. But I tagged 3. I hope that's good enough. But yeah, anyways, I passed my GED today, and that was amazing because I thought I failed it for sure. I went out of there with the confidence of a mule who has to carry a load for NASA. So I had no confidence. I know that metaphor made no sense, or whatever you want to call it. Mule. Wow, Nick. Anyways, I'm just happy I passed it. It was something I didn't think I was gonna pass, because like I went with all the confidence I had with social studies, and I passed social studies with college levels. And I just sucked when I started doing these questions because I knew I was getting the questions wrong because I knew the definition. Like, I knew what the word was, I just was getting it scrambled with other definitions. So like mode, range, medium, I kept getting all those mixed up with each other. So like the mode either is the most or the most that come often. So like, it's so confusing. I hated the test. But I somehow passed with a 153, and passing is 145. So I passed it by, what, 8 points? So now I gotta move on to math, and math is gonna be cruel. I'm gonna fail it many times before I pass it. It's just fact. If I do pass it the first time, you guys will hear about it, and I will throw a parade. So maybe I'll even do a free book to the first person who comments on that video, you know. But anyways, that is my Nosey Librarian Booktag. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you have a spooky night. And as always, I will talk to you in the next video. All right.